Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome to the one-shot double feature from the subreddit HFY. Both of these stories have been written by Poseidon ____. The link to the originals will be down below. And as always, I hope that you enjoy.
Story 1. Death. Well, here I am, and there he is. As I lay here in the snow, thousands of light years away from the place of my birth, I reflect, not much else I can do. The nanobomb did its job. Birth, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, my career in the military. I'd done some bad things. There was blood on my hands, that was for sure. I had sent many people to meet the figure now standing above me. But I had justified it. In the name of my species, in the name of Earth, in the name of Terra 3. I had done good things as well. I evacuated civilians from the Lear Prime. I still remember the children, wide-eyed and oft covered in soot. How their eyes softened when I told them that it was going to be all right. When I hugged them, I could momentarily take away their fear. It's funny, I'd never fallen in love. Always told myself that it would happen later. Now, the only later is when the blood-stained snow around me was covered in a fresh blanket. The universe slowly ticking away without me. My life wasn't really good, but I wasn't evil either. I suppose that was the trait of most of us that share. I hope that it is mostly good, and that the bad was justified, but one is always biased towards themselves. With this in mind, I look up at the cloaked figure. "Hello, Death." "Hello, Andrew. You can get up, your body is dead now." I stood up, but my body didn't come with me. My ethereal hands were translucent, and my movements were wispy. Leaving a faint trail of light, I looked down at my corpse, lifeless eyes staring up at the stars, the red stain upon the snow still slowly spreading. My beard was frosted over, my final breaths on the frozen planet, creating ice crystals that made my beard appear white. The contrast, the red snow surrounding my body, reflective of the violent end. Yet upon my face the snow untouched, and I'm at peace. I shift my gaze to Death once more. Well, what now? Out of all the races in the galaxy, you humans are the most peculiar. In life you're similar to the others. You live the best you can, and do what you must. Some things more is necessary, others less. But in death is where the races differ. Most of the other species all react the same way. Fear, acceptance, anger, even happiness. But no two humans have the same end. You, right now, came to terms with the end of your life, and yet your comrade who lies not 3 kilometers away, killed by the same method, is currently panicking about how he will be judged. Will I be judged? Oh, no. Judgment is reserved only for the truly wicked, and the truly angelic. You, my friend, do not fit either of those categories. Your brother in arms won't be judged either. So if I'm not going to be judged, what happens? Well, I suppose that's up to you. You can really do whatever you want. I just have to escort you from this plane to the next. That's it. I just have infinite free time. Is there no purgatory, no field of asphodel, no heaven, no hell, no Elysium, no eternal punishment? No. Don't ask me why. I am simply the ferryman. Karen, they used to call me. I think death suits me better. What about those who are judged? Are they not rewarded or punished? Oh, judgment is not the determination of where one goes after death. You sapiens have a contradictory trait to both heavy and self-bias and self-doubt. The supremely wicked must be purged of the self-bias to understand what they have done, and to be supremely virtuous must be purged of their doubt. And then we all get the same result. What's even the point of living well, then? I could be a serial cannibal, at the end of the result would be the same. Not so. For your satisfaction in life determines your fate in death. Purged of all self-bias and doubt, you live your life with actions. Most can, and need help to achieve acceptance. Even with the initially they panic like your comrade. Like I said, sometimes outside interference is necessary. Before you died, were you, in general, happy with who you were? For the most part, yes. There were lows and self-loathing, and highs where I was prideful, but they mostly averaged out. I found comfort in the fact that if I didn't enjoy who I was, people can change over time. so eventually I wouldn't be that person anymore. Although, now I guess I'm stuck the person forever. Oh, no, you can still change. Have no fear of that, as I stated. The pleasure in death is truly only happy if you are with yourself. That is the true objective. I'm not sure how all this works. It seems contradictory and prone to wild extremes of fairness. Much as you humans are yourselves a fickle species, you humans, always a special case, always unique. Very well, I suppose I can explain it further. Come, this time for you to be shepherded across the veil. And with that, I follow death into the unknown. End of Story 1. Story number 2. Magnetic Manipulation of Plasma. From Lower Physics Clerk to Physics Research Keeper. Subject: Plasma Manipulation. Hey, I've got a request from a human organization for our research on plasma manipulation. Can you authorize the release of that? Thanks, Alcatha. From Physics Research Keeper to Lower Physics Clerk Plasma Manipulation. Done. Seems harmless. Any idea what they want it for? We found absolutely no practical use for this. The most we can do is form about a meter-long cylinder out of plasma. God's bricks. From lower-level physics clerk to research keeper, plasma manipulation. No idea. Something else odd though, they asked for research on what substances produce blue, green and red colors that could also be manipulated. But none of the research mentioned color of plasma. Probably because it was done by a team of Ilwern. Only a couple of them have color vision despite the efforts to breed them. At least we won't have to worry about another war since the research is useless. Regards, Alcatha. End of message chain. Hey, Bert! Guess what? No way. We got it. They released it already. Yeah, you'd think they would want to keep the stuff out of the hands with the peace treaty and all that. Who cares? Show me what they have on this. Joe, this is perfect. They said that there's no practical use for the stuff since they can only get it into a cylindrical shape. But I'm okay with that. Well, Bert, let's get back to work. We have some testing to do. Gotta make sure we got those colors right. Yeah, you don't want to be a Sith. Several months later, Galactic Imperial News, the most trusted source of news in the non-human space. Today marks the official breakdown of the Terran-Imperial relations, as the Terran's notorious private sector has produced a new weapon. This lightsaber was made using stolen Imperial research on plasma manipulation. The fearsome weapon can easily be concealed and ignited in a moment of stealth operations, or used in normal combat. It is currently unknown how the Terran soldiers are able to wield this weapon, but it is suspected that the temporal field technology banned during the last round of peace talks was secretly still developed by their private sector, and aids of the soldiers of anticipating and blocking blaster fire with their lightsabers. The Terran government took on defense of our Emperor's demand for them to abide by the peace treaty, stating that the Terran government denies any involvement in the new research developments. All new research has been completed solely by independent corporations. As we speak, our Emperor is issuing a new declaration of war against the Terran Confederacy, mobilizing our star cruisers to attack the Confederacy corporations. Good luck to our glorious armies. End of broadcast. 5 weeks later. Galaxy Incorporated News, the most trusted source of news in the former Zarth Imperium. Today marks the official surrender of the former Emperor Karzaxel, signing a full territorial control over the Terran Confederacy. While the first week of the conflict was a stalemate, the various Terran corporations quickly called for help from the government once attacked. Once the army arrived to relieve their security forces, the new Jedi Corps made short work of the Imperium's 185th Battalion, which had been bred for battle for centuries. A new weapon also appeared after the second week, transforming the previous defensive action into a quick and decisive lightning war. Produced by Lucas Eng, the Force TM allows the simulation of telekinesis by manipulating gravitational waves. The Jedi Corps of the Terran Confederacy quickly advanced into the Imperium territory, easily defeating the battalions placed throughout the Imperium space. As the former Zarth Imperium becomes assimilated into the Terran Confederacy, we will bring you more news. End of broadcast.
And that, my friends, is the end of this Reddit Quickie. I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to support this channel, there are numerous ways to do so, listed in the description down below. The easiest and best way would be to share this video and my channel as much as possible. I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope that you have a good one until then. Cheers.